So the two major problems are fixed with the Timberpro and the mill spinning on the, or twisting on the bar whenever I have the mill clamped to the bar on the saw. So the problem with the Timberpro was they had put a vent in it, the gas tank vent, and since I'm kind of doing extreme work with the saw, I'm obviously burning up a lot more gas than I regularly would by just using it to cut, cross cut. And it wasn't letting enough of fuel or enough of air into the tank. So the vent, I don't think that came with it. I don't think it was defective. I think it's just how hard I'm using it. And, I'll burn up an entire tank of gas in one slab of a board that I make. So this was the vent that came with it. And whenever I put it back in here, I actually crushed the end of it. I was trying to push it in. It's real tough to get into. It was not easy doing this job by any means. So I put the top back on, and I figured I'd just use some epoxy to put it back together with. And then I thought to myself, you know what, I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to do this upright, and I'm just going to buy another one. There was only like one or two guys on eBay that sell these. I went to our local hardware store that has everything, and I mean everything. You can go in there and, oh yeah, we have that. Something that you wouldn't ever think that they'd have, they do. I went there, and they didn't carry these. So I had to wait and buy them online. And you see I drilled a little hole there, so that lets in a lot more air. This was I bought two of these that came with it, so I only used one. And I don't know if you guys can see this. Where is it? Yeah, right there. There's a teeny tiny little hole. I can get this thing to focus. Right at the tip of my finger there. And this is the same as this one. Virtually the same size and everything. I actually think it's made by the same company. There's an NOX or CNOX, I don't know, or CNOK, sorry. CNOK or NOK. So on this one, the other one that I put in the saw, I drilled a little hole here so it would let more air in. So I fixed that problem. The vent on this saw is right about in there on the other side inside the gas tank. So they did put one in. It definitely comes with one. But I had to take, I took the handle off, the recoil off. I loosened up all these little black dots here. There's like two down here, 4 screws to hold this on, one here. And there's one here. I think that's all of them. Oh, and there's also one down here. And there was one here too. So I pulled this off, the chain brake off, the bar off, the chain off. And I had to wiggle this and this apart just enough so that I could get my hands in there. It was pretty tough. It took me a couple hours to do this, but it seems to be working good right now. I also tuned the carb on the saw. It was, some of you that saw one of the other videos I did on this, it was idling pretty high. So I figured once I got this vent fixed, I tuned the saw so it's running at about 2,500 RPMs to about 3,500 RPMs when it idles. I tried to get it as close to 3 as I possibly could, but it's a real little bit of a turn. Idles it up, to 3,500, or a little bit further back, it goes back down to 2,500, so around 3,000. So I'd rather have it rev or idle just a little bit high, so that it's not going to stall on me, because I don't like having to start this saw all the time. And so that was that. So for the saw twisting in the mill, I put my brother and I drilled 2 holes in this bar, and we drilled and tapped 2 holes in the mill. So you can see the two bolts we put in there, 1/4 inch, I think 20 threads per inch, I think. So we drilled a hole the whole way through this side, the whole way through this side, and then there's also a little thick piece. Yeah, you guys can see it right at the tip of my finger there. We drilled through that, so the bolt slides through this side, these 2 pieces through the bar, and then we tapped on this side and used a tap and threaded it. So, you know, we're going through probably a good 3/16 inch of steel here between this piece and this piece on this side of the bar. So I also did the same thing on this. So the bolt goes through really 4 pieces of steel, just slides right through, and then we bolted into this side. And I've been doing a lot of milling with the Chinese saw while I was waiting on parts for this one to come. And it fixed that problem, so I'm pretty pleased with both of these. This saw, since it only revved up to about 8,500 RPMs, and I tuned it, and it goes up to about 11.5 now. It's still a pretty new saw, so I'm gonna kind of go easy on it. It says the max on the box I think was 13,000, and it should idle at 3,000. So it revs up to about 11.5. I can squeeze a little bit more out of it, but again, since it's a new saw, I'm not gonna go full out. And this saw, I thought it had a lot of power before. Oh man, it has way more power even now. My goodness, it's pretty loud to run. And I think that's going to help me with milling. Even more, because then it can rev up higher. So I have a little bit more power. So yeah, this is fixed. The twisting in the mill is fixed, and I think the vent is fixed in that saw. I never had a problem with this saw venting at all. So I think that's about all I have to say for this video. Thank you guys for watching. The flooding's sort of over here, if you've seen my last couple of videos that I've been posting. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to share this video. I know I never say this. Share your videos on your social media and anywhere else. Google Plus, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and kind of help get my channel out there. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.